Okay, here I am back again. Hey, I thought while I was doing my videos today that I would bring down this kora that I'm in the process of making. Usually, you know, I'll show them and take photographs with the skins on and everything. But this one is, I thought while I have this one that's not quite finished, it'd be a great chance to show you the inside and how I deal with it. This is you know, I'm using the usual calabash here, but the neck I'm using is my dang. And it's a neck that just actually, from where I'm sitting here, about 10 feet over here, my friend Gung said, who owns the house I live in, her and her husband, he says, oh, you can use this piece of wood. It's just a piece of wood lying around. So I split it out. You can see it, maybe see a bit of the wood right behind me. So I spent an afternoon splitting it, and then I made the neck from this. Now one thing that's unusual here is you can see how the neck is this diameter and it gets narrow in here. My dang is really heavy wood. So my reason for doing this is to just really reduce the weight a bit. But it's still really strong, so I'm not losing any strength doing that. The other thing I want to point out is this wood along the inside of the circle. Other than the very first kora I ever made, I've been supporting the inside of the calabash with various materials. In this case I've been using bamboo because it's what's here, you know. It's easy to split. When I first started doing this, I was in eastern Canada, and so used cedar. And also when I was making it in western Canada, I used cedar as well. And cedar is another great wood that splits really well and bends easily. But here, and then also in southwestern Alberta, for a couple of koras I use willow. Willow is just growing there. So what I would do is cut the willow and form it into a rough circle, and then you know, peel it and split it if it's wide, and then let it set and use it later. But in this case it's the bamboo, and there's tons of bamboo everywhere here. So I just split it, make a circle with it, and when I'm ready to use it, I just use it. I'll have a couple of circles of it up there ready here. Now in this case, what I do is I'll drill holes along the calabash and roughly put the circle in here and tie it on. And for this one I'm using some rawhide, the same rawhide that I would use to make this tuning strips with. And then I'll go around and tighten it to a degree. And then what I do is put glue in there while it's open, so the glue can get in there, and then tighten the whole thing up really tight. So basically it's clamped in there. And now it's just solid like a rock from the glue and stuff. Yeah, so pretty cool. And it works great. You know, there's sometimes with a lot of pressure, I've never had a calabash break from the pressure of a skin being stretched on it, but I have seen one kora I made, the first one actually, I could see that it had pushed in over a number of years. It's still functional, but it was starting to make the skin a little loose at the bottom. Well, it still works fine, but anyway. So that's where I came up with that idea. But I'm not sure, but that could be what the kora makers in Africa do. The other thing that's unusual, you see here, see these tail pieces here? This is what the strings are attached to. And typically I use a metal eye bolt, and that is a traditional method as far as I know. And until this one and the one I made, and the one I made before this. This one here, right. So the last two, this one and this one here that I most recently made, I decided to make a post out of wood. So what I do is I cut a square in the neck and then fit a post into it. And then I take a pin and drill a tapered pin at a violin tuning peg taper, and then stick that in there, and then it's just really solid. The great thing with doing this is though that I can easily undo that pin with the strings undone, undo the pin, pop this tailpiece out, and just slide the neck out. You know, with my other koras, to do that, I would either have to take all the tuning strips off, or to take the metal ring. Probably easier to take the tuning strips off, believe it or not. So if there's ever a need where you need to fix the gourd separately, which I've never had to do, but this could be a handy thing. Yeah. I also quite love the shape of it, you know? This one is curved this way, and the other one I did, so I'm still playing around with ideas, and this one I made and actually had it come over, you know what I mean? In a way, this makes sense because it's not going to slide, but in reality, I wrapped string around it, and it's very solid and doesn't slide anyway. Yeah, so anyway, that's some of the things I'm doing. I hardly ever make anything the same, so that's one advantage of buying one of my instruments, is that no instrument will be like another one I've made. And it's also a kind of a disadvantage, because I find it challenging to do the same thing over and over again. It's almost impossible, and now at my age, I just can't be bothered doing that. So, yeah, I guess that's about it. But it gives you an idea of what the kora looks like before the skin's stretched on. Lately also I've been making a square hole for the neck to fit into. Normally, like this one, my old one here is round, just kept it round. Doesn't really matter, but just a different technical ideas at work. So we'll see how this works, see how the Maidang works with the tuning strips, and I'm sure it'll be just fine. And this wood is so strong you could fend a bear off with it. I hope you don't have to ever do that, but you could. Anyway, thanks again for watching my videos. Okay, bye.